Hey YouTube, this is Rescue Spark fan for 62. First of all, Merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, happy whatever you celebrate. So in this video, I'm here to talk about Six Flags removing rides. Now, now by the term Six Flags, I don't mean just like a park. This is the corporation. Now, I may have not gotten all of them that may have been removed, but here is a majority of it. And if there's more I haven't heard about. So let's get started. And I will give my overall thoughts about this. So, so for Six Flags Over Texas, two coasters have been closed. Well, coaster and a flat ride. Lobby Bora, which was put in 1986, and it closed. I think it was slightly after Fright Fest. And then Diablo, which was their Larson Super Loop, that opened up back in May 28th, 2019 to 2024. Supposedly a dive coaster is supposed to go in that area. So, I mean, at least they got something for that. So now we go to Six Flags Great Adventure. So you have Kingda Ka, which opened up in 2005, and it closed right after Fright Fest. Now, the thing about Kingda Ka is, one, it cost a lot of money to keep up and maintain, from what I understand. So I get to a point why they would want to close it, especially if its ridership kept dwindling every year and it really wasn't living up to its full capacity. Because if you watch El Toro Ryan's video, he did an in-depth video about it and how Six Flags, and I think it was like 2013 or 2014, basically shut down half of the station. So, and then they were switching the trains out throughout the year. So next you have Green Lantern, which was a relocated ride from the then defunct Six Flags Kentucky Kingdom. And I rode it once in 2018, I think it was. And it was fine, but it was getting a little rough at the time. So then you have the parachute ride. At the time that was standing but not operating for this season, that the Skyway, which is one of those like sky rides. And then also you have Twisted Terror. So that was one of those pendulum style, not pendulum, but one of those rides similar to like the old Tomb Raider ride at King's Island and stuff. At King's Dominion, you have Anaconda, which just shut down. Now, I know that ride in particular wasn't everybody's favorite at King's Dominion, but I give King's Island credit for keeping it up as long as it was. I am surprised they didn't do like what Busch Gardens Williamsburg did and kind of refurb it like they did with Loch Ness Monster. There must have been a reason why. Maybe there was a cost difference. I don't know. And finally, at Carowinds, you have Nighthawk, which was their Vekoma flying coaster, which was relocated from Geauga Lake, way up in northern Ohio. You have their Drop Tower, which was a second thing of the Intamin Drop Towers, and then you have Screamin' Weaver. Screamin' Weaver is a Schwarzkopf thing, sort of like the Huss Enterprise. So the thing about all of this is most of these attractions are way older. So probably stuff like parts and all that are getting hard to find, especially for rides like Anaconda, which because Arrow's not in business anymore. I don't know if Intamin still makes parts for the second generation drop tower. Um, I bet it was getting harder and harder for Screaming Weaver to stay open because Schwarzkopf is not in business anymore. And stuff like that. So, unfortunately, if I was a park in the chain, with something like like an Aero coaster or an older B&M coaster or anything in that ballpark, I would be very concerned to get the call and be like, hey, this ride is not opening next season, or this ride is leaving. Anything in that ballpark. Unfortunately, I do see some more like that coming. I don't know when, but there's a few that come to mind. Corkscrew at Cedar Point. The other Corkscrew coaster, I think that's at Valley Fair. I may be wrong on the park. Then you have Demon and Screaming Demon at the multiple Six Flags parks, which those are Aero coasters as well. So unfortunately, that is one of the things I honestly can see coming in the future. Maybe not this year, maybe it'll be next year. Who really knows at this point?